Alrighty folks, I wanted to do a video on matchmaking. I try not to make it too dull for you, but what I did was effectively play 15 games straight off the bat. I was just playing tiers 5 to 7, nothing special, and I read down the results and started looking at the stats that came out. So if you know regular battle, look at the picture there. You've got a dice, you're throwing the dice, but first thing to know, you're not throwing a dice, okay? It's not random, okay? It isn't. I've played 40-odd thousand games, and I've got a 62.63% win rate. And this, I found, must be causing Wargaming some sort of problem when it comes to matchmaking. And ultimately, having played the games, I kind of begin to understand why a lot of us old guys are kind of leaving the game. But anyway, let me work it through for you, and you'll kind of understand where I'm coming to with it. So here's what I did. Here's the games. This is, I know it's Excel and it's boring, but actually I hope what I'm going to say over the top of it is more interesting than looking at formula. All right, so game one, my comment there is it was an easy win, and it was really harsh on the Reds. Fair enough. It was even, meaning everyone, I think it was tier 5, everyone was tier 5. No one was top tier, see what I mean? So second game was the same, came through easy, hammered the Reds, and probably we should, because if you look at what matchmaking did there, 43% win weight average on the red team, not particularly great for them. The next game, I was top tier, but I had to work hard, as I've said there, and the fact that I have a 62% win rate skewed it, you know, so you got 46-49, it's not actually as close as it looks. The next one was a reasonable fight, but I had to carry again, and that's a pretty balanced game. If you look purely at win rate, it's pretty balanced, isn't it? Next one is where the fun starts. So, there we go, low tier. I had to pull a first class mastery. I had to do 2.2k damage, which was top of the leaderboard by a very long way, and arguably the Reds underperformed. Next game was a simple win. I was low tier. Next game, game 7, I played crap. And guess what? The moment I play crap, I know it's not all about me, but the moment I play crap, that's it, baby. Good night, Vienna. You lose. There you go. Played like a proper knob, got shot by a KV2, team lost. No one is going to carry me, believe me, boys and girls. Next game, I was top tier, but it was well balanced and fun. Game 9, really tight. Ended up with an enemy Tiger P. I was driving an easy 8, just couldn't get him out. Those things are tough. I was lower tier. Next game, low tier again. I was in platoon with Cyborg. He played a worldie, carried the game. And so there you go. Next one, top tier. Can you believe it? It was an okay fight. We won by 3 tanks, but it was actually closer than it looked. It was a fun game. Notice I don't say fun very often. Game 12. We won by 3 tanks, but again, I carried it, and the last 3 tanks at the end really tried to lose, but didn't quite manage it. God bless my team. Game 13, lower tier again, whatever. Game 14, this is a terrible game. The standard was appalling. I was low tier. I had to do 2k. I got a Livigin's Goose whatever medal because I killed tanks which are higher than me, at least 3 of them. Final game, low tier. We lost by 6 tanks. It was just unplayable. Just one of those games in Blitz where you turn up and it's like that wasn't even, I don't know. Everyone was dead in 2 minutes and you're there going, right, what the heck? And then let's look at your tiers. Look at this, even, meaning everyone's the same tier. Next one, I was top tier, so I was starting well and I've won everything. And then game 4, low tier. Game 5, low tier. Game 6, low tier. Seeing a pattern, boys and girls. Game 7, learning by repetition, low tier. Game 8, very happy boy. I was actually top tier for a game. But game 9, low tier. Game 10, low tier. I'm bottom of the pile every game. Game 11, top tier. Fair enough. Okay, fine. Game 12, bottom tier again. Oh yes. Game 13, this is where matchmakers like really hate me. It really hates me. Low tier. God, it hates my ass. Game 14. Oh, guess what? Yes. Game 15. Go to game 15. I'm like, oh my God, really? Come on, boys and girls. Come on, just, you know. Anyway. So I started running the stats. Look at this. I was bottom tier in 67% of the games that I played. That's not manipulation of numbers. That is a fact. Okay. I was like level for 13%. Which is like, okay, fair fight, very, very level. And I was top tier for only 20% of the games that I fought. So if I'm generous, 33% of the time I have a level playing field. I have a slightly better than level playing field, if you like, I guess, for 20%. But 67% of the time when I get out on the battlefield as a slightly better player, although I'm still a noob, I am going to be at a disadvantage for 67% of the games that I fight. So, what conclusions can we reach very, very quickly based on these 15 games without being too boring? Right, so the balance on win rate is roughly level. It's usually 48, 49, 50, 51. There or thereabouts, right? If you have a 63% win rate, it doesn't skew that as much as you might think it does. I did a little bit of analysis on that. So levelling of unicorns, if you like, difficult bastards with high win rates, is achieved by persistently low tiering them. So therefore, the higher the tier you play as a unicorn, the harder it will be to carry if you're driving a stock or an average tech tree tank, because you'll be bottom tier, get used to it. So the playing field for higher win rate players is not level. It is nowhere near level. Other things, if you're looking at an average of 48 to 49% win rates in tiers 5 to 7, we have a problem with standard of play in tiers 5 to 7. That is a problem, you know, in terms of quality and whether people are getting the game or not. Game 7 does suggest if you do not carry, like you get shot by a KV2 like I did, you'll lose. That's it. Carry or lose. So why do wargaming see a loss in older players? Well, I can tell you why. They get screwed off with carrying and always being lower tier. Period. Full stop. It ain't fair, boys and girls. Your choice of tanks as a better player is therefore limited to something that's OP or something you know you can carry in, and therefore you're not going to play anything that's weaker or different or whatever if you care about your win rate, which many of us do, I'm afraid, because we worked hard to get to 60% and we'd quite like to stay there. So does this drive obnoxious behaviour by unicorns and experienced and older players in chat, e.g. Salt? This is inexcusable, don't get me wrong. Don't go swearing at other players or whatever. But does it drive frustration and obnoxious behaviour? Yes, it does. Boys and girls, when you've played your 8th game straight, when you've been lower tiered, and you're playing in a team of 47 to 49 percenters, no disrespect, you will get a little bit upset. Once in a while, it will get to you. So I then kind of removed my 63% or whatever it is, 62% win rate, and in blue, I, just out of interest, made myself 50% player. And what I then found was that there is, you know, a slight change overall in the balance in the teams I was playing in. Lo and behold, went from being slightly higher in terms of balance, e.g. having a slight edge on win rate, to generally speaking being lower in terms of win rate. But as I said, I don't think that that's such a big deal. I think Matchmaker does a reasonable job of 48, 50, 47, 47, 48, 49. I don't think that's so much the issue. I just think that it's the way that it deals with better players. And as said, at the moment, the solution for all the investment that Wargaming claim to have put into the game and to matchmaking is literally just lower tiering better players game after game after game after game. Now, I will go back for you people and I'll play 10 games at tier X, because then I'm top tier and I have to be top tier, right? They can't do anything because there isn't anything above tier X. But what I will guarantee to you, and listen, I'll keep an open mind, but I'll do it. What I will guarantee to you is when you look at the win rates on my teams, they will be through the floor. I will have the very worst that money can't buy on my teams, and unicoms and God knows what, probably about 7 of them on the other team. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting a persecution complex, but I'll do 10 tier X games and let you know how I get on. So, in summary, much fabled matchmaker is clearly not, what's the right word? I think sufficiently nuanced would be a good description, and does require a revisit. And if you want guys like me to stay in the game, you know, with my 40,000 games, I probably put 500, 600, 700 quid maybe into this game. That's ridiculous, really. That's not all on gold tanks, by the way. It's premium accounts and offers and deals and this, that and the other. If you want me to play the game less and get massively fecked off with it, then Wargaming, I suggest you kind of do what you're currently doing, which is to lower tier me every game, because you know that's great. That's what I get off on in a Sunday morning when I just want to play a game of Water Tank Splits. Anyway, not meant to be a rant, but I hope you found it interesting for all the Excel, and you know, maybe a big shout out to Wargaming. Maybe they want to look at this, because you know it ain't right, really, is it? It's not fair, man. Let's put it that way. All right, take care. See you all. Bye.